Okay, so you were just saying that the DOJ, when the administration changes, also rulings change. So what kind of impact do you think that will have on the current DOJ ruling?
That's actually a good question. The DOJ has actually had different stances on the Wire Act depending on different administrations. At one point, the criminal the criminal division of the U.S. Justice Department actually decided that selling lottery tickets via the internet or with an out-of-state processor was actually a violation of the Wire Act. And now you have this justice opinion that came about from the Office of Legal Counsel, which actually is an arm that issues out official correspondence and official memorandums for the executive, the president, and also for the executive branch, and for their heads of the departments that they run. And now they're saying that indeed the Wire Act does not apply to lottery sales that are intrastate, and that as long as it didn't involve sports gambling, the Wire Act doesn't apply. So really, you just don't know. With a change of administration, there may be a change in attitude, and it could be a 360, or they may go forward in this direction that we're in right now.
So a lot of people at GiGse are saying it's not a question of if, but when. Would you agree with that? Is it inevitable?
It is. It is. At this time, the way things are structured with the DOJ opinion, it allows states to make their rules and regulations as far as how they would like to operate state gaming on the net. But eventually, you can't just have the states doing internet gaming and not the private interest, which has had the brick and mortar businesses have had turnkey operations for years, just waiting for this time. So we know that eventually through legislative and lobbying efforts, the playing field will become more uniform. And so it's going to happen. There's too much money on the table for it not to.
And a lot of people have favoured a federal approach. Do you think that's likely, or do you think people are going to legislate state by state?
I think that starting with my district, DC, we actually did the first gaming rules and regulations for internet gaming on the state side. I think that you may get a few efforts like that, but I think that eventually, especially after the election, when things calm down, we're going to get a more uniform approach, and that will be spearheaded by the private industries that will, through lobbying and legislative assistance, they will go ahead and try to get a uniform system together.